Disney's Snow White premiere, an unexpected twist of fate, and its impact on the film industry. Friends, we have a hot piece of news today that might have some of your hearts beating a little faster. The premiere of Disney's new film, Snow White, which was supposed to be a major event for Disney fans around the world, has suddenly been canceled. And believe me, this is no joke. The way events are unfolding around one of the most anticipated projects in modern cinema raises a lot of questions and makes us think about many things. According to the latest updates, the premiere of Snow White in London, the heart of world culture and the center of glamorous premieres, has been canceled. This cancellation is not just bad news for the fans, but a clear sign that even giants of the film industry like Disney can face unexpected challenges when public opinion starts playing a decisive role. A new chapter in premiere history. According to reports in the English language press, the cancellation of the premiere occurred against a backdrop of widespread concerns about negative public and press reactions. One article stated Disney cancels the UK premiere of Snow White due to dreadful reception and fears of negative feedback. Instead of the anticipated star-studded event on a famous square with a red carpet, the studio decided to limit its media engagements to a minimum. Instead of a lavish demonstration, a modest press release was expected. A move that, according to many, confirms that Disney prefers to avoid risks associated with potential scandals. So why did this situation occur? It turns out that the primary reason is the alarming forecasts regarding public reaction to the changes introduced in the remake of this classic tale, as well as the ambiguous reception of the lead actress, Rachel Zegler. Insider sources report that Disney is not only worried about negative criticism, but also about the possible discontent from fans who cherish the traditional portrayal of their childhood heroes. Crisis of trust or strategic move? Many are wondering if Snow White is supposed to be a genuine hit. Why did the company take such an unconventional step? The current approach by Disney appears to be a strategic move, aimed at minimizing potential damage ahead of the global release scheduled for March 21st. Rather than organizing a grand premiere with dazzling celebrities and endless photo opportunities, the studio has chosen a more controlled information environment. This likely indicates that there is already an aura of impending criticism, and the negativity on social media could set the tone for the film's overall reception. If Snow White were truly the highly anticipated and flawless project it was expected to be, Disney would have undoubtedly done everything possible to create a real buzz around it. After all, there have been instances in the company's history when grand premieres became symbols of triumph and audiences eagerly awaited the encounter with their beloved characters. But now, everything seems to be moving in the opposite direction. Instead of a grand celebration, we are witnessing a cautious and, frankly, very restrained approach from the company. Echoes of criticism and the role of Rachel Zegler. It wasn't just the concept of the remake that was under scrutiny. The focus also fell on the lead actress, Rachel Zegler. The star, who has already proven her ability to weather any scandal, now finds herself at the center of yet another wave of public discontent. Many believe that her involvement in the project could trigger even greater negativity, which is why the company decided to severely limit her public appearances at events. After all, no one wants to risk unleashing an uncontrolled storm of controversy and even hatred from the viewers. When it comes to celebrities, audiences in the United States and beyond are incredibly demanding. In the age of social media and instant feedback, any comment or scandal can quickly spiral into a massive wave of negativity that is hard to control. Disney clearly understands this well. the company's effort to minimize potential negative repercussions isn't merely a reaction to temporary difficulties. It is a calculated step to preserve the reputation they have built over the years. The industry context and global trends. Taking a broader view, the cancellation of the Snow White premiere is not the only instance where traditional film promotion methods are giving way to more cautious and refined strategies. In recent years, the film industry has encountered a whirlwind of changes, from shifting audience tastes to the overwhelming influence of social media, which can turn any project into a polarizing subject in a matter of minutes. For example, a similar situation has been observed in the United States, where expectations for major remakes often elevate the stakes to unprecedented levels. In an environment where audiences have become even more critical and discerning, studios are forced to adapt their strategies not only to attract attention, but also to avoid potential disgrace. Disney, as one of the leaders in this field, clearly does not want to repeat past mistakes. When it comes to legendary projects like Snow White, reputation becomes the most valuable currency. While analysts are still trying to predict the box office numbers, the forecasts for Snow White have become rather pessimistic. Just a few weeks ago, it was expected that the film would rake in around $70 million during its opening weekend on the domestic market. Now, experts are leaning toward figures barely reaching the $45–53 million range. Of course, this is only an initial estimate, and much may change when the film is widely released. However, the current atmosphere around the project seems less like a triumphant start and more like a precursor to serious challenges for Disney. Why is the situation unfolding this way? Several key factors can be identified as influencing these developments. Yes, 1. Changes in the screenplay and the remake's concept. Numerous modifications made to the classic Snow White story have proven controversial for many fans of the original. The new plot elements and a modern perspective on the traditional narrative not only spark interest, but also attract criticism from those who value the classic interpretations of the tale. 2. The role of social media and the mass reaction of audiences. Today, every word spoken about a beloved brand can instantly spread across the internet. Particularly active criticism on social media can quickly escalate into a serious crisis for a company. Disney understands that in an era when the global audience is constantly online, the risk of negative feedback can be critical. 3. Public perception and media pressure. Past examples show that even the most ambitious projects are not immune to scandals if they involve poor decisions or controversial personalities. In this context, Rachel Zegler's role becomes especially significant. Despite her previous success in overcoming media storms, any misstep could be costly for both the actress and the entire studio. 4. Financial risks and investor expectations. It is important to remember that enormous sums invested in a project come with very high expectations. Any miscalculation or underestimation of potential negative effects can trigger discontent not only among fans but also among investors, potentially leading to serious financial consequences for the company. Interesting details and additional facts. For our friends in the United States, it is worth noting that similar decisions have already been made in Hollywood in recent years. For example, several major studios have experimented with presentation formats that avoid negative resonance. One such practice has been organizing closed premieres with limited access for the press and bloggers, allowing for better control of the information flow and minimizing the risk of scandalous situations. It is also interesting to note that these steps reflect global trends in the film world. Modern audiences have become much more discerning and demanding. Today, viewers not only want to see a beautiful picture, but they also seek deep meaning, authenticity, and sincerity in every frame. That is why companies like Disney are forced to change their approaches, not only to maintain attention, but also to win the trust of even the most critical viewers. One cannot overlook that the cancellation of a major event is, in a way, a signal that the studio is preparing for the worst-case scenario. If there is an early sense that audience reaction might be negative, it is better to hold fewer public events than to later deal with the consequences of a scandal. This strategy serves as a reminder that even the giants of the film industry must adapt to new realities, where every public appearance becomes a sort of test. Analysis and future perspectives. Many experts have already begun to analyze what Disney might face in the coming weeks. In a situation where the premiere is canceled, the studio is forced to reassess its marketing strategies and methods of audience engagement. It is quite possible that the coming days will be a period of internal reevaluation and the search for new solutions to minimize the negative impact. It is worth noting that in the modern competitive market of entertainment, even a small mistake can have serious repercussions. The Snow White case shows that even with a powerful brand and massive financial investments, public opinion remains a key factor in success. In such an environment, it is crucial not only to organize the premiere correctly, but also to be able to quickly react to any changes in audience sentiment. And here's another interesting point. Many specialists note that such decisions are not only a reaction to negativity, but also an opportunity for the company to move toward more personalized and interactive communication with its fans. In the era of digital technologies, traditional premiere formats are increasingly giving way to online broadcasts, interactive events, and live interactions with the audience. Perhaps Disney is planning to step up to a new level of communication, where live streams, polls, and conclusion, what to expect next. The question remains, will Disney manage to reverse the negative trend and regain audience trust? So far, official statements only confirm that the company fully understands the seriousness of the situation, while analysts suggest that we are about to witness a series of intriguing events in the coming weeks. The release of the Snow White remake is still scheduled for March 21st, and despite the current difficulties, it is possible that the film might surprise viewers with its new elements and unexpected twists in the plot. Nevertheless, the cancellation of the grand premiere in London is a clear indicator that even global giants like Disney are susceptible to the influence of public opinion and social trends. This move may well mark the beginning of a new era in film promotion, where transparency, openness, and dialogue with the audience will play a decisive role. We, as viewers, will be watching closely to see how the company adapts to the new conditions and what innovative promotional methods emerge. For viewers in the United States, as for all movie lovers, this event may serve as another reminder that even beloved brands are not immune to mistakes and changes. In an era when friends, we want to hear from you. What do you think about the decision to cancel the grand Snow White premiere? Do you believe that such measures will help preserve Disney's image? Or is this merely a temporary tactic that won't prevent a potential flop? Please leave your comments, share your opinions, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated with all the news and analytical reviews. Your voice is very important to us, and we always appreciate your likes and feedback. Interesting facts for the inquisitive. If we delve into Disney's history, we can recall that the studio has faced similar challenges in the past. Every new adaptation of classic fairy tales has always been accompanied by debates and controversies. But it is precisely through these moments that Disney managed not only to win over the hearts of viewers, but also to become a symbol of adaptation to a changing world. Now, when critics and fans alike are not hiding their emotions, The studio is taking measures to minimize possible damage and ensure a quality film release. This caution might serve as an example for other film companies as experience shows. In the digital era, it is important not only to create a beautiful product, but also to present it skillfully. It should also be noted that modern trends require filmmakers to engage the audience more in the process of creating and promoting films. Today's viewers want not only to watch movies, but also to participate in the discussion, influence the course of events, and even offer their ideas for future projects. Disney, understanding this, is experimenting with premiere formats, organizing interactive online sessions, and creating platforms for real-time news discussions. Such initiatives help not only to maintain public interest, but also to create an atmosphere of a genuine community, where everyone feels significant. What do experts and analysts say? Despite all the challenges, many specialists note that canceling a grand event is not a sign of failure, but rather an attempt to protect the company's reputation and adapt to new realities. Experts are convinced that such steps may lead to the emergence of new promotional formats, where the focus will be on content quality rather than on flashy events. Already, we can see many Hollywood projects transitioning to online platforms where viewers have the opportunity to participate in the filmmaking process. This trend is especially relevant for the American audience, accustomed to interactive formats and rapid information exchange. Moreover, the cancellation of the London premiere could serve as a signal to other studios that risking reputation amid unstable public opinion is no easy task. In the future, we may witness more flexibility in organizing film screenings, as traditional formats give way to new, more dynamic methods adapted to modern demands. This will undoubtedly be an interesting experiment for both audiences and industry professionals. Perspectives for Snow White. Despite all the uncertainty and gloomy forecasts, it is important to remember that cinema is an art form capable of surprising and inspiring us. The Snow White remake remains one of the most anticipated events in the world of film, and even in these unstable conditions, it has every chance of becoming a successful project. Perhaps Disney's unconventional move will prove to be the turning point that, despite initial negativity, will attract even more attention to the film. Sometimes an unorthodox approach creates an aura of mystery and exclusivity around a project, which is particularly appreciated by today's audience. For viewers in the United States who are accustomed to quality productions and original solutions, this film could turn out to be a real gem. It is possible that the company is secretly preparing a series of exclusive materials, followed by a massive advertising campaign. In an era when every new release is accompanied by extensive discussions on social media, such an approach might prove to be an effective tool for maintaining interest even during periods of uncertainty. Dear viewers, let's discuss this together. We would love to hear your opinion on this matter. Do you think canceling the traditional premiere was justified, or has Disney made a mistake by risking the trust of its devoted fans? We appreciate every comment and suggestion because your feedback helps us understand what truly interests our audience. Please be sure to like, share the news with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Together, we can create a community that stays informed about the freshest and most relevant happenings in the world of cinema. Final thoughts and looking ahead. So, friends, the situation with the cancellation of the Snow White premiere in London is not just a disruption of plans. It is a sign that times of change have arrived even at the heart of traditional film studios. Disney, like any major studio, must adapt to new conditions where the viewer's voice and public opinion play a decisive role. In this context, canceling the grand event might prove to be a wise decision aimed at avoiding even greater negative consequences in the future. Observing these developments, we see how the entertainment industry is rethinking its traditional methods of promotion, moving toward more flexible and interactive formats. This is particularly relevant for the American audience, which always strives to be at the forefront of new trends and technologies. And although everything seems a bit uncertain right now, the belief that every crisis is an opportunity for change and growth remains steadfast. Will Snow White be able to overcome this wave of negativity and surprise viewers with its quality? Or will this project serve as yet another lesson for the industry, highlighting the importance of considering every viewer's opinion? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear. The world of cinema is not standing still, and with it, the approaches to film creation, promotion, and perception are evolving. Friends, if you find these captivating stories interesting and want to stay informed about all the news related to your favorite brands and their projects, please continue to support us. Subscribe, leave your comments, share your thoughts, and of course, give us a thumbs up. Your opinion matters to us and helps us create even more engaging and high-quality content. Closing thoughts. The story of the canceled Snow White premiere is an excellent example of how even the most ambitious projects can encounter unexpected challenges. Disney, like any other company, is not immune to the influence of public opinion, which today serves as a powerful force in determining success or failure. This case teaches us that adapting to changing conditions and maintaining an open dialogue with the audience are key factors in the future of any creative endeavor. We will continue to closely monitor these events and share the freshest news and analyses with you. For now, stay connected, friends. Your trust and support are the best rewards for us. And we will do our utmost to ensure that every publication is not only informative, but also interesting. That's all for now. Stay in touch, and remember, every premiere, even when canceled, holds the potential for new beginnings and bright victories. Thank you for reading, leave your comments, and be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss anything. See you soon, friends, and may your cinematic inspiration never fade.